Yeah, yeah. I saw that. I just figured, I was like, I don't think the county or the city's thinking about doing this, but just in case, they might want to have its heads up. The state's enforcing it. Yeah. The Helena City Commission passed that they could be a sanctuary city. Montana's got a law prohibiting sanctuary cities.
Really?
On the state books, yes, the state's going to potentially is going to look at investigating pulling state funding because it's in the statute that they can pull state funding.
I came from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Yeah, I don't think we want to be a sanctuary city. It brings up that a whole lot of problems here.
You good to go? Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. We're starting. The moment she says we're going. You waited to hit print, didn't you?
Trying to address the merchants.
All right. 203 or 204, we'll call the Commissioner Weekly Business Meeting for February 12th, 2026 to order. Present, we have all three commissioners. We have our Executive Administrative Assistant, Tiffany Tanner. We have our County Treasurer, Sandy Brown, as well as New Broadcasters, Kyle Leeds, City Councilwoman, Benita Bernhardt, thank you, and Fair Board Member Bob Call. In the house today, who do we have up on screen?
We have Courtney Dietrich, Ashley Taylor, Jason Sweeney, and Margaret Miller.
All right, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. Any additions, deletions, or changes? Good. Commissioner comments?
I have a few. I still in quorums.
Okay.
First, I just want to throw out, sorry I missed last week. I was out ill, so. February 9th, 9 a.m., Commissioner Strissel Lanier. Commissioner Strissel gave me an update of last week. 3 p.m., Commissioners Williams and Lanier had a conversation on Council on Aging update. 11:30 a.m. on the 10th, Commissioners Williams and Lanier, another COA update. 2:11, 3 p.m., all three commissioners met with Riley Neal, U.S. Senate candidate. 4:15 on the 11th, all three commissioners had a discussion on the COA. And then at 2:12 today, Commissioner Strissel Lanier had just a brief discussion on today's business meeting.
Perfect.
Okay, am I missing anything?
No, that sounds all right. Do you have any? All right, thank you, Bill.
You're welcome, Commissioner Strissel.
Public comments on non-agenda items.
This is Ashley. I have one.
Yes, ma'am.
I did forward you again the email just here about half an hour ago. The email is from Sam Johnson with DNRC. They are seeking permission to use our EAP for Beaver Creek Dam for Bear Paw Dam. And in the email, he gives a little explanation saying DNRC and FWP intend to update the emergency action plan for Bear Paw Dam upstream. FWP owns the dam and are partnered with DNRC, State Water Projects Bureau, who provides inspections, evaluations, and recommendations regarding the safety of the dam. The methods used for Bear Paw's evacuation maps are 26 years old and not nearly as handy as the ones that Hill County has. The flooding extents are over conservative, if not completely far-fetched. Modern flood modeling techniques, GIS, and essentially aerial photography produce better products. My computer breach flood models for Bear Paw Dam indicate that a breach flood would safely pass through Beaver Creek Reservoir, then downstream through Haber. So we have good information, just not enough time to produce maps themselves before the due date for the document. It makes more sense to use Hill County's maps or even until or in lieu of producing separate maps for Bear Paw Dam's EAP. He says, I would even propose combining the two EAP documents into one. A combined EAP would help DES and the community to better know and understand how the dams relate to one another, including risk and comprehensive plans for emergency evacuation and intervention. They'd also like access to the computer model used to generate our inundation maps. Paul Smidansky from NRCS is supportive and willing to provide the computer model and other information with our permission. They already have the digital versions of our paper maps included in our EAP, but is also in their policy to share EAP products with necessary stakeholders with our permission. He hopes we recognize that this will benefit Hill County DES as well as the dam owners. Of course, I have both EAP documents, but for our convenience and to further his point, he did insert screenshots for the different maps of the same areas, hoping it illustrates the benefits of using the new maps rather than the old. If you look at the email that I forwarded to you again, you can see a great difference in the inundation maps. I am supportive of this, and I do agree that even if we don't combine the two EAPs into one, I do completely agree that they are in much need of an update, and it would be beneficial to share the computer modeling as well as the maps for Bear Paw Dam. So with your permission as commissioners, I will give Sam and DNRC and FWP permission to move forward with this in their update for Bear Paw Dam.
I don't see anything wrong with that, Ashley. You know, we work closely with these partnering agencies. I think we have a good working relationship with them, and I want to continue good rapport. I think it would be beneficial for all parties involved, to help out with this information, but I defer to my cohorts as well. Thoughts?
So the person that wants it, they're with, who are they with?
DNRC and Fish, Wildlife, and Parks are the ones requesting. DNRC specifically is the one that emailed the request, Sam Johnson. He's a construction engineer for the dam safety program.
But DNRC is who we're supposed to be working with our water contracts.
So
So we tell them, okay, we'll do this, but then you guys are gonna have to do this.
yeah, it's a
I-
positive working relationship.
I do believe that that is a separate area of DNRC, but if you would like to set up a call with Sam Johnson and myself at some point, I know next week you guys are out of office. I don't know when his deadline is. He didn't say, but I can absolutely try and set
I
something
don't have
up
a
and
problem
see.
with them having access to that, because it's gonna help us in the long run, but. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, let's, actually, how's your afternoon look?
This afternoon I'm open.
Okay, after the meeting here, do you want to swing on by and we can discuss this more and, figure out a game plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right. Thank you for the update. Yeah, let's get together and figure this out.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other, oh,
Thing from the seniors, I told them I'd bring it up. They said if it would help, the seniors that I've talked to that come in said they would love to be able to eat there. If they can get there, if the meal is packed and they can eat it there and clean up after themselves. If there's a way they could do that, they'd love that. And if even that's the way to get the senior center to open, is that you don't serve anything on real dishes. They're amenable to that if the issue is that you just want to pack it and get it out there. Their point being you'd save mileage on delivery meals and there'd be hot. I told them I'd bring that to you.
okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you, Benia. Any other public comments on non-agenda items? Any public comments on agenda items? Yes, ma'am.
Get it for Ron Turner. If not, we won't waste his time.
Professional Services Agreement, HC 26-217. It is in draft form. Hold on. This is not the proper one. This is, the one we signed last week with Tyler Smith.
Yeah, that was it is the right one for Ron, but there was some corrections that needed to be done in there.
There's handwritten notes on that one.
There is.
Okay, so we're not gonna, I guess, can we put it on for their time?
Okay, it now, and then when it gets done.
We've been waiting about 2.5 months.
This is the one Lacey looked over and
She sent me-
It seemed legitimate.
Yeah,
You're right. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Give me your blessing.
I have a, I
and
mean,
if
it
so,
looks like with, the only thing that I would see added different than what Ron had added in here was location of work. But my office is Hill County Courthouse, I'd also just say Hill County because it's gonna be throughout the county. I mean, it's gonna be surveyed throughout the county, but-
Right, but I'm gonna be
You'll
doing
be-
my work
right,
here
Right.
and at my office.
he's
Cause I
not,
gotta come in and
right.
do my research too. And then,
I wouldn't have a problem with approving it with the corrections that are on here. Have you seen that, like?
Yeah, and I think we did it this time. It was supposed to,
not the Run Turner one.
Yeah. with his writing on it,
no, we did not.
his writing on it.
We did not approve anything for Ron Turner.
No. I said that, yes, we agreed to go ahead with this with the corrections last time.
We haven't done anything with Ron.
but the county attorney has put up her file.
We just got that last Thursday.
And I said, we put it in another business meeting that the county attorney has.
I,
Agreed to it, but then we got a contract set up.
right, I have no problems, agreeing to this in principle. And then getting a final draft so that way we can pass it, so it doesn't look like that.
Okay, can I also can I request that we move that one forward because I have other things I need to do and any questions for me? This is just as easy.
So you want to front load,
Want to move it up to the beginning of the agenda?
If I could please, in case anybody has questions.
well, actually, we're right there, like,
Oh, okay.
we're like, yeah, so, we'll leave it as is, we're gonna be right there. So, we do have a resignation letter, for, Zon Scones, his last day will be 2/18. What? Oh, yeah. Jean. Know how to say that, I've been watching the Olympics. His last day will be 2/18/2026. Next up, we have, HC 25-211, mosquito and weed department union contract. As we were just getting the meeting started, I see that we have a email from, our county attorney. I don't feel that this is ready yet. I would, recommend that we table this until. I know it's been tabled a lot and I apologize to the weed mosquito guys, but we definitely want to get this done right, so. What's our wishes?
To the table until the next business meeting, February 26th.
Okay.
26th.
I'll second it.
Got a motion to table, on the table. Further discussion?
I've said that, that.
And you have mentioned that, but I've asked, why does it need to be separate? You said the funding is different, but the funding may be different, but it does not address the funding in the contract.
Well, yeah, it does, because you're paying people, that's called funding. Because they are two separate things, you know, the weed board is the weed board, the mosquito is the mosquito. The weed board, the state says you will do it. And it was formed way long time before the mosquito. Mosquito wasn't formed till late 80s. And so they're not the same thing. You have to separate them.
Does that board set together though?
You can,
Or they
that
set
board
totally
does
different
not.
members?
Separate
Oh,
meetings, separate
Four
times.
separate members for both because the weed is set by the state. The mosquito did not come in till I was probably a junior in high school, so it was probably in 85,
Yeah, I think that's what I found all the information for.
is when that came in. So they are two separate items. Furthermore, they are funded differently and the weed can go broke in 2 years. Maybe the mosquito will last a little 5 years. But
Okay, so what I'm hearing on this is that we still have some work to do, which
you do.
is also one of the reasons we're tabling.
Board members have to approve because you can't take that away from those board members either. Because they are essentially, they are watching that entire thing and some of those board members are dang good. And they watch the financials, they watch everything. So why would you take everything away from them and not even talk to them about it? They have to have some say because they are looking, they're the ones looking at the financials on it.
Okay, if they're using them for the same, if they're using the employee for both jobs. So why would that not be, are you saying that the mosquito board has had no say in this?
The mosquito board may pass it, they may say, great. The weed board may not, because at this current moment, they're looking at their finances and saying 2 years before we go broke.
But I'm just saying, should that not be something where the weed board, mosquito board, it's presented to where both of them can come to an agreement on what they think those wages should be?
Well,
Not be?
they have tried to do that. The weed and everything have tried on those wages because it comes at their
So
recommendation.
this last year, they unionized. You know, and one of the questions was asked, in regards to the resolutions, Lacey had told me, I asked if as she reviewed the resolutions and regarding whether we have the authority or if it's the boards that do it, she said, based on them, I believe the commission has authority to negotiate with the union. Yes, if I do things all over, yeah, I would have talked more with the boards. But we all have already gone through negotiations with them for the raises. And the way the contract is vague enough, I believe that, yeah, if they end up going broke and they're aware of that, they're gonna be laying people off.
But you
Yeah.
cannot put them together. They are two separate entities. And that is the problem that has been going on for so long here is everyone thinks of, we're all just one entity. And we had another fine board and another place that did go broke over things like this. And so, no, I'm sorry, those are two separate items.
Did you just say that state employees are used for both? Yes, that's where it doesn't quite make sense to me. And as far as the funding, you got the road and the bridge. So the funding to me, you got that same situation, but they're falling under one, one.
Well, it's like UDB and refuse, they're two different
They're,
entities.
yes, they are two separate different entities. And that took me forever to convince people, but before this got convinced, they went broke. And it was a help of this commission that helped them, not this commission, this office. That they went broke. And right now, that board you're taking, you want these boards to go in and act and to follow these things. It's not happening. They have to be allowed to do that. And statute does say that you'll go with their recommendation.
Well, according to the statute that Lacey also looked at, the portion of the statute that you highlighted was on what a board may do, shall do, may equals an option discretionary versus shall is a requirement. Generally, the county commission has authority to determine the compensation for the weed mosquito department employees.
It also gives the board that too.
But how have we, okay, let's throw the union out of this. We have been giving the raises and the COLAs all along, so how has that not been an issue? I guess.
You know, there's a lot of things here that are an issue because
I'm just.
because of, and it's nobody's fault. It is past practice. And everyone just got everything together, just like the refuge and everything. So it's a very difficult thing to pull them apart.
Well,
But you have to give the board consideration to do their job.
Well, I agree, and I appreciate your input on this. We do have a motion and a second on the table. I think, these are some questions that need to be answered before we do to go to a final vote, so,
You're gonna lose your weed board members.
yeah. I understand, and, that's something that we don't want. It's hard to find positions to fill for these boards. So, I think it's a good thing that we're tabling this now, so that way we can answer these questions moving forward, so. Further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor of tabling this, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-1. Okay. HC 26-217, Ron Turner, contract for examining land surveyor. All right. So Lexi, thank you for being here on this. We do have this contract here. It is still in draft form. When do you think we can get a final copy?
I don't know, I emailed it to the county attorney Friday after, the day after she sent us the draft for some changes.
Okay,
That was about 4 days ago. We've been waiting forever for this, so if he walks away and doesn't want to do it, I'm gonna be very upset. Very.
I agree. I think this, county land surveyor is a good thing to have. I know a lot of other counties have it, and we have a great one. If Mr. Turner decides to take on this role, you're right, he's second to none in his professional duties.
And
I don't wanna lose him either. Right.
So what you have has the changes that he agrees to?
No, what they have in their hand has changes.
Oh, okay.
Has written changes.
So Lacey hasn't seen any.
I emailed
This
it
is
on
her
Friday.
first.
There's very little,
With your changes?
I emailed the changes. She sent me a draft copy. I had him come here on Friday. He made the changes he needed. And then I sent it back to Lacey
So you basically just need,
for to update it. Changes made.
Okay,
So the point of the examining land surveyor is anybody who drops off a survey. He is examining it because he is certified. And if it gets called to court or anything like that, I am not a surveyor. A lot of counties have examining land surveyors. I'm one of like 12 counties who actually still review their own. So he has his own fee, which is $400, which is the max fee he can charge per review for surveys. And then they'll have to be the recording fees. This is gonna end up saving us on a liability problem. I can't.
I don't think we dispute any of that, Lexi. I think we
I
just
just-
want our contract we want the contract to be correct.
I
in
didn't
this
say you
form.
were disputing any of it. I was just explaining the purpose of him.
I appreciate
We all
that.
agree that we
Yeah,
want that.
Right, I'm just explaining the purpose of him.
so
thank you.
the question beginning was, once it comes back all, can you sign it then?
Yes, like I say, I agree with this in principle. And I have no problems approving this, or voting aye. I mean, it's board decision, but I myself don't mind voting in the affirmative on this. It's just that, yeah, we just want that final
well, can
document.
we make a motion to accept this with these changes? And if Lacey, our county attorney, agrees to these changes, then she makes that agreement, then we could have him sign it.
We can do that, yes.
I mean, that's what we did basically the other day. Was agreed to that.
I don't remember even talking about this one the other day.
So do we want a motion on this?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to pass professional service agreement HC 26-217 with the amended changes from Mr. Ron Turner, provided our county attorney agrees with those changes.
Well, that's a draft, right?
Yep, this is in
A
draft.
motion to pass draft.
Yep. Okay. Okay. We have a motion and a second on the table. Further discussion? Yeah, we'll just be the squeaky wheel and so we can get, our county attorney to approve that and, we will get it signed and get Mr. Turner going. So we really appreciate his patience on this matter. Okay, all in favor of passing HC 26-217, in principle, signify by saying aye.
I,
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, next up, we have an amendment to the DIS contract to add 5 computers for the Council on Aging. Cost would add $255 a month to our total bill. Our current amount is $4,282 per month that we utilize DIS for our IT services and others. New amount would be $4,537 per month. What's our wishes? No,
Adding them to our DIS service, our
yeah,
IT service.
So that's like $15,000 a year for 5 computers.
Whoa,
5 of them needed.
so,
Cost would add $255 a month.
and that might even be cheaper because we wanna make sure that our DIS goes through all of our contracts
It's
and
a
make sure.
total of $255 per month, not.
Correct.
Okay.
correct.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I asked.
So, and it might even be cheaper because once we have DIS go through all of ours, if anyone has dropped off of that, it might free up 5 spaces, so we might not even have to be paying the $255. We just need to look into that a little further.
Sure.
But as of right now,
I'm
I
sorry.
need some support over there on those computers. I have nothing.
Yep.
It's only
Crazy.
$3,000.
It is especially when you're dealing with all the things that, you know, the COA does deal with.
Yeah, just today I submitted our numbers and I already got a response back from Tessa saying that it didn't look like it showed up on that end. Well, I have no technical support to help me out. I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm trying.
If there's anything I can come in and help you with on computers.
So yeah, the technical support would be amazing.
Okay. Good.
Point.
Wishes, commissioners? Do we want to approve this? Do we want to leave them out? Where do we feel?
Well, I motion to
I
approve
second.
them going forward
Second.
with the stipulation of that DIS checking on our current contracts to make sure that any old or outdated ones are dropped
Yeah,
off.
I second that.
Okay. And a motion and a second on the table. Further discussion? We pretty much had it all. So, all in favor of approving the DIS contract to add 5 new computers for the Council on Aging, adding $255 per month, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 3-0. Okay. Read only, sealed bid. If anybody wants themselves an ambulance, we have a really cool one in Rudyard. Low miles, be a great tailgate machine, just saying. So, notice is hereby given that the Board of Hill County Commissioners are accepting sealed bids for the sale of the following surplus vehicle. Ford Econoline Ambulance, 1983, with 43,841 miles on it. Vehicle's in good condition. If you'd like to inspect the vehicle, please contact Lowell Strissel at 406-390-2111 for more information. Sealed bids must be submitted to the Board of County Commissioners, 315 4th Street, Havre, Montana, 59501. All bids must be received no later than 1:00 p.m. on February 23rd, 2026. Late bids will not be accepted. Bid requirements are as follows. Bids must be submitted in a sealed envelope, clearly marked sealed bid 1983 Ford Econoline Ambulance. Include the bidder's name, address, phone number, and bid amount. The minimum bid is $2,000. The vehicle is sold as is, where is, with no warranties or guarantees. Payment must be made in full within 5 business days of bid acceptance. Bids will be opened in a public meeting on February 23rd, 2026 at 1:00 PM in the Commissioner's office at the Hill County Courthouse. The award of the bid will be announced at the following Commissioner business meeting. The Board of Hill County Commissioners reserves the right to reject any and all bids, to waive irregularities, or to accept any bid that they deem in the best interest of Hill County. For further information, contact our Executive Administrative Assistant for the Commission, Tiffany Tanner, at 406-265-5481 or Tanner, TANNER, with the letter T at the end, at hillcounty.us. Matter of the Hill County Board of Commissioners, this regular session, 29th day of January, 2026, at Havre, Montana. This was put in the Havre Weekly Chronicle legal section yesterday and will be again on Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. All right.
I think New Media Broadcasters should purchase that, and Kyle could use that when he goes to these things and advertise the meeting.
There you go. Next up, we have an application permit for road encroachment on Hill County roads right away for a Jody Hellegard of NCMRWA upon a Hill County public roadway or right away, 66th Avenue West, located in section 21, township 32 north, range 15 east. The cut shall not be more than 30 feet in width, not less than, doesn't say depth on here. This is for the purpose of constructing an approach for a meter building. Okay. For wishes here. Let's see. Let me double check something. Looks like our road supervisor has done his due diligence. He has put his signature on this, so he feels that it's good to go. What do we want to do? Approve, not approve? Okay. Okay, Val.
I'll make a motion that we approve encroachment number 26-4 for Jody Hellegard with MC or NCMRWA.
Cool. Yeah, a motion and a second on the table for the discussion. Meters galore. Sounds good to me. All in favor of approving this road encroachment permit, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, getting down to county needs. Discuss the Bear Paw Marathon and matters related to road closure if needed. Bear Paw Marathon folks came and spoke to us at our last park board meeting. Sounds like they're gonna switch up their course a little bit. Instead of going to the MSU Northern Campus now, it sounds like they're gonna go down to Pepin Park.
They're starting further out in the park. They used to start out on Sucker Creek and come in on the highway. They're gonna start out actually on the reservation. And a side benefit in the future is possible because will all be on pavement, no gravel or dirt roads. There's a possibility in the future it could become a qualifier for the New York and or Boston Marathon, but they could not do it the other way. But that wasn't the reason they changed it. It came from surveys with people that ran it would prefer to do more of it in the park, and that's why they're doing that. The question is it went to the park board because if I understand right, from Taylor Road out is county road.
Mm-hmm.
So does that have to be, as commissioners, do we need to approve that, or is it just with the park, or do we accept the park, or do we need to approve it? I mean, I think we're all very much in support of the marathon. And it's been set up to be the first Saturday in June. This year might be lacking some volunteers because it's also high school, Havre High graduation day.
Historically, we've just given a thumbs up on it. We've never done
It's other than the gravel roads, they have
right
county roads, so I don't know. Affects anything or what?
Nah. I know that when she came and spoke with us at the park board, the entire park board was unanimous and agreeing to this. And then I believe at your city council meeting, councilwoman, brought it up at your meeting last Monday and you guys were total support of it. So, the county feels the same way. So,
The marathon is very good for the tourism district.
oh, what was I saying? Like, there was like 12 or 20 some states represented, like 3 countries. Like, it's a really cool thing.
Really good for the.
Yeah.
There's my word. I mean,
I've helped with it each year and it's great. And they come from all over. And the idea too is if it could eventually be a qualifier, it should increase the number of people. But a lot of them really enjoy the bear paw and the mountains out there. And this will showcase it even more so with it starting further out.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they wanted to change the route and that was really acceptable because it didn't close off some main routes.
And most of the roads, even though they were closed off, you could get through them because they had people stationed and they could move the barricades. You just might have to wait a few minutes, but oh, it's a great event.
Perfect.
Whatever.
All right,
And Hill County.
cool. All right, we're in agreement. Discuss and decide on matters related to the Hill County Council on Aging. We have anything on that today?
Bob? You have anything for me today?
You really want to go there, sir?
Yep.
I want you to go there.
Bob, you have to be nice in here.
Okay, I gotta be nice in here. Okay,
You be nice.
I gotta be nice then. Actually, basically what I would like to see is that you guys get to the point where you can start to organize a team and let the public know who the team is, what their obligations are, and get this thing rolling as quickly as possible. But that senior center is a real asset to our area. Rudyard Center is even more so. So we need to try, and this I don't know how you do, is to put the two together. Or working the same, I don't know if you need 2 separate boards or if you could do it all with one, but it really needs to move on as quickly as possible. And what am I trying to say? This is make it as much open to the public as possible. Keep it open so everybody out there knows what you're doing and why you're doing it. And for the benefit of the senior citizens, aging citizens, which we are an aging population. And we ain't gonna get any younger. So we really need all the help we can get out of this office to get it going.
Yes, sir.
Well, were you gonna deliver meals up the High Line every day for us?
Get stuck at the Sugar Shack with all that ice cream.
Oh,
That's all right, as long as you get some. food on the
well,
table.
you weren't going that far.
Well, I can if need be, Sandy. If you can't get anybody else, yeah, I would not be against trying to help out any way I can. But at the same time, I am very limited anymore in what I have time to do. So
Okay.
we'd have to see how it fits in with everything else, but no, don't mark me off your list yet, because I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
I just added you to mine.
Has there been any discussion of forming a committee that could, explore other options, like making it a community center instead of just a senior center? Partnering with Reimagine and coming in and doing something bigger if it's not in the same building, in a different building. I don't know, just if we had a committee that could look at ideas. I was at the Reimagine meeting last night and one of the things that came up is get a building, put a senior center, an arts center, a kids center, you know, have it all used by the community, put a coffee shop in it, put an ice cream shop in it, make it,
And that's kind of what we did in Red Yard with that new building. We have a hairdresser in there now. You're gonna be doing other activities. They've already had weddings in there, things like that, so.
yeah.
I know that, you know, we're definitely looking at all options, but, you know, right now we're just taking it one step at a time. Getting the basics down right now. I mean, to me, I'm a football coach, so it's like, you know, in the initial phases of it, you get what, you know, you get your stuff down pat, and then you start moving on to those bigger things and expanding the playbook. So, and I think that's kind of what we're doing with this program.
And I don't know, there have been discussions before when I was over there about it being more of a community center. And the concern that people had, and that would be is that pushing out the seniors. And that would be, and that was never the thought, but I know that in the past they have rented it out, off hours, for different functions and activities and or meetings. So, and those are always some things to think about as well, but yeah.
But no, great ideas. Yes, sir.
The other thing is, Shirley, this angel care that we have here in Howard, Montana. I believe that you need to work very, very closely with them. They do take care of a lot of elderly people in different aspects. But I think that group is probably a place you could look for additional information and additional help in getting this thing going. Because I know they had volunteered their time and people before, and said that until you knew where you were going or anything, you couldn't, but maybe you could use them to help you get going.
It would be good to get one of them on the board. Good to get a community care person on the board.
Because I know personally that they are very helpful.
So I have a question. Do you think we're not open? The way you talk, it sounds like you don't know the progress of us opening and then hopefully having.
If you go out on the street, Sherry, and go with me for one day, you're gonna find that everybody's going, what the hell's going on?
I can't control what people know and don't know. It's out there.
I
I
totally,
can't do that.
totally understand that. I don't have a problem with that.
But so what I'm asking is, are you under the impression that the senior center is not open for activities and that?
No,
people
it
cannot
is.
come there?
It's
Or-
opening up a little bit at a time right now. Right. But there's a lot more that used to go on there that isn't going on.
Like what? I guess I'm not aware of that. What is that?
Well, we used to go in there and shoot pool.
What's going on?
Is it going again?
It has.
See, I'm not aware of that because I wasn't told that part.
And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I cannot control what people are out there saying. I can only control what I am doing. And the facts are, it has been open since the 2nd of February. All activities are resumed. We have a ton of people coming in and out. Well,
I've been going there.
definitely strong every day.
I've been going there for coffee Wednesday morning.
I'm working on the board. We're just finalizing a resolution we have to get through here next week or so. Things are moving quite quickly for one person doing it in a couple of weeks. So I don't know what's being said out there, but I can't control that.
So do you have any other updates then?
The resolution that we're trying to work on for the board. And I will possibly have a bigger update next week, but I have to get concentrating on getting our numbers submitted to state for our funding that's gonna deliver meals. I only focus on one thing at a time, and like Jake said, we have to build a solid foundation this time to go forward on, not one of sand. Not just a hurry up, let's get this opened up for everybody. That ain't gonna work. We need something solid going forward.
Well, and right now, you put out information I did not know. You said you have to coordinate with the state as well as the county.
Yeah, we've been saying this for months. I guess I keep continually saying the same thing over. I don't know if people are listening or what's going on, but I am saying the same information over and over to everybody.
I'm trying to listen as best I can, Sherry. and get the information that I want, not necessarily what everybody else out there wants. Personally, this is the information that I want. I did not know that we were tangled up with two government entities here. I always thought
yeah.
that the Council on Aging was a county only.
Oh,
No,
Well, between you get funding that's funneled from the federal government through the state through the area 3 to us. So you not only do you have the federal government, you have the state government, you have a sub entity of the state, and it's the council, the area 3 Council on Aging and CAAA, and then you have the county. So yeah, there's multiple
No
government.
wonder it's such a mess,
Exactly.
honestly.
So if you know of anybody that is looking to provide, for the elderly that would like to adopt us, pass the word on that I think we could rename the center if somebody gave us the money to, enough money, we could rename it after.
Well, a good example is laying right over there.
The newspaper.
I
That,
don't know about that, but
one of the poorest excuses for local news is
yeah,
as I have ever seen in my life. And I sat there today and went through it. And I can go to Conrad, I can go to Cutbank, I can go to Shelby and anything, and I can look in there and tell you what they're gonna have for dinner. And I tell you what's going on in their senior citizen center and how many people and everything. And we come along and we get to have it.
so, but I would recommend whoever you're talking to maybe put this out there. If anybody wants to volunteer for, traveling down the High Line so we can get meals delivered, that would be a huge help for me. I'd be
Okay.
able to give.
And we
you-
probably could get the menu to the paper, cause you have out for like 3 months. I mean, we're not gonna want to put 3 months in there, but
We'll get to that.
I'm just saying that, that's a good point. And
Yeah.
if I get it, I can get it to them.
The thing with that though, is you have to make it clear that they have to call in by a certain time in the
Yeah.
morning in order to get that.
Is what you're saying, Sherry, is that you will fix the meals in Havre to deliver to Rudyard and up the High Line? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I hope so.
And
Roadblock
what are the
right
quali-
now, a lot of the roadblock is who's gonna deliver down,
What is
We
the
need volunteers.
qualifications for that job?
Driver's license.
driver's license. Fine. Do hours in the morning.
That's 5 days a week.
I would like to see it 5 days a week. I think it was at one point only 2 or 3, but I think it should be 5 days.
Not 4 days.
in, what was that, a post-COVID thing or?
I'm not sure when I went there, it was 4 days a week. It was Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, okay.
I feel it should be 5 days, just.
How many meals? Do you have any idea approximately how many meals you'd be delivering up the High Line?
I don't at this moment because it's really hinging on if we have anyone to even deliver meals at this point of reaching out to anybody to see if they want meals.
I think we have a strong interest in Mr. Collins
Yeah.
this year.
We need a couple people though.
Here's a
Oh,
thought for
definitely.
you. When I was in St. Cloud, Minnesota, we would get a delivery once a week of frozen. They'd make all the meals ahead of time, freeze them, and once a week you'd get your 6 meals delivered to your home. And stick them in your freezer, one at a time.
Interesting.
I
It
am
worked
trying,
well.
I am trying to reinstate our frozen meals of anything that's left over, so we don't have a waste of food. You're still getting that well-balanced meal. We just had extras of it that day. People can call in on a weekend and say, hey, I want to order 2 of your extra frozen meals. What do you have available? Same price, $8. $8. You'll get a well-rounded meal and you get one through the weekend that you can make at your own leisure. And
Well, and then you don't, what they were running into is delivering meals that weren't hot enough. And people get it, and then you question, are they going to get sick on these meals because we haven't delivered them fast enough and we've been out delivering for 2 hours? Well, that's unacceptable. So if you deliver frozen meals to everyone, they're responsible. That's just a
No, thank you, and great discussion, everyone. I appreciate it. Any discussion on matters related to Great West Engineering. We did have our bi-weekly meeting with our engineering firm as well as our contractor, Stormwater Construction, earlier this week. We're just on a holding pattern on the fencing project on the north side until the ground decides to thaw. So, which many more days like this.
So they were hoping to maybe get out and start back up next week.
Really, it's supposed to start snowing on Monday.
That's why it started snowing, is because they announced they were gonna start working.
Right. So that was the update on that. Claims and payroll. We have here from the Hill County Parks, Bannock Group LLC. This is our monthly retainer fee, as well as Cape Air Travel and Best Western Hotel for our representative to come up. Grand total, $1,745.32. Next up from the Health Department, Carroll College Business Office. This is an invoice for routine testing to and from Haber for 1/8, 1/13, 1/22, and 1/29. Total claim is for $2,794.28. I was gonna say, happy hour a little early. Sheriff's Office, EcoSafe Shredding and Recycling. This is for shredding for the Sheriff's Department. Total cost, $75 even. Next up from UDB, Fisher's Technology. This is a printer copier contract fee for $825 of 25 to $924 of 26, and then $125 of 26 to $224 of 26. Total claim is for $58.50. Next up, Hill County Parks, to Scott Fitzpatrick. This is Montana DEQ, asbestos containing chimney flashing removal, doing asbestos removal on out in the park there. Total cost is $1,200 even. Next up, COFOD agency from UDB. This is our 2026 commercial package. Okay, this is for our insurance for everything out at UDB. Package deal. Total cost. Total cost $32,330.83. I had to double look at that because that was expensive. No. Kathy, was that for the whole year?
Doesn't cover everything though, because I had a message to Brad about the other part of it being, because they have insurance that they have to like compactor. So I'm waiting on a little more detail. It sounds like this is a portion of it. And then they have another piece that they have to pay for the equipment.
Okay.
When I get a little further, I will let you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Health insurance. Is it very different?
I think that's the underwriter. Next up, we have Hill County Parks, Montana Department of Labor and Industry. Buildings, plan review and permit fees. Total cost, $2,703 even. Next up, Health Department and WIC. This is Montana Department of Health and Human Services WIC program. Overissuance, the month of December, Boost Essential for Kids. Total claim is for $101.24. Next up, from the Auditor's Office, Northwestern Energy. This is our power bill for the Sheriff's Jail and the Sheriff's Office. Grand total, $5,500.23. Also, Northwestern Energy, this is, for electric and gas, this is for all of our all of our streetlights around the county and the different towns and things like that. Grand total, $17,672.20. Next up is from the auditor's office, Pitney Bowes Global Financial. This is our lease for our postage machine, correct? Yeah. 12/21 to 25 through 3/20/26. Grand total is $2,223.45. Next up from UDB, this is RDO equipment. This is repair manual returned, air filter ×2 and shipping, and a latch pump gasket kit and some oil. Looks like 4 gallons. Total claim amount is $623.53. Next up, Health Department. Santa Fe Pasteur, Chicago, Illinois. This is 10 doses of what I'm assuming is Latin, some type of medication, and 30 doses of Cubasol. Grand total, $1,822.55. Next up in the sheriff's office, we have Wex Bank. This is our fuel for our sheriff's vehicles. Grand total, $4,317.30. All right. So this is the top copy from the auditor for our Visa cards. Sign that one. However, we'll start off with county attorney. County attorney, Cape Air Flight, Montana Children's Justice Conference, for one of her employees.
2 more pages under that. There's 3 pages to that.
Oh, for that claim?
Yeah, if you just look at the same one, just pick up the top page. Right.
Okay, I got you.
There you go.
Okay. Then odds and ends for her office, but looks like there was some other justice conference for one of the deputy county attorneys and whatnot. Grand total $918.84. Next up, clerk of district court. She got a heavy duty metal self inking stamp. Total cost $90.50. Next up, clerk and reporter's office. Odds and ends for her office. Envelopes for documents, sign holders, things of that nature. $287.72. Next up, Visa for the fair, 20-gallon tote, Dawn dish soap and sponges. Total cost $25.66. Next up, oops, sorry. Health department. Rubber bands, just office equipment for their office. Total cost $4,690.13. Health department. But they got like a weighted canopy and stuff when they go out in the community. Yep. Okay. Next up, the sheriff's office, Hampton Inn Billings, they did some, crisis negotiation, FBI regional trainings, things of that nature, $946.62. Treasure account Visa, toner for the office, Candair, just knickknacks in there, total amount, $1,394.38. Visa from the auditor, auditor card for county departments, planning, Montana floodplain managers, registration and conference, for the 24th of this month. Total amount is $305 even. Visa claim for UDB, 5 boxes of work gloves, total cost $109.25. Visa for me, this is my registration for the Midwinter Conference, plus our directories, and then the 2026 Economic Outlook Seminar on March 11th. Total cost $424 even. Gotta get home that day too. DES, diesel fuel treatment for her work pickup. Total cost $9.29.
Kathy, I have, my visa claim on my desk, and then I'll work on the council on aging stuff.
All right. Getting to the end of our meeting here. Public comments on agenda items. Public comments on non-agenda items.
Just one other thing I want to add is, we're still working on getting the .gov emails. That'll be happening at some point, but then also we need to make sure that people get on the Duo or their computers.
The fobs. Lexi's got them. I just got mine the other day and I'm still learning how to.
And if you have a county phone, it works pretty easy, as long as you remember your phone.
Any other public comments on non-agenda items? Oh yeah, that's separate. That's separate. So, all right. Hearing none. Meeting adjourned, 3:06 PM. Thank you, everybody. Oh, before we leave, just let everybody know, Commissioner will be out of the office next week. We have our Mako Midwinter Conference in Billings. So, but we will have our cell phones if anything were to arise. So, thank you, everybody, for attending. Appreciate you.
No,
You have to.
no, especially with